If you're struggling with Facebook ad volatility, then in this video, I'm going to share with you my exact creative testing process that allows me to scale all my companies. And what's great is through my software company, AdCon, we have the ability to track all of our users' ad performance. And every single time one of our users implements this creative testing process without fail, they completely get rid of Facebook ad volatility. So step number one when it comes to this creative testing process is to make sure that we have a proper campaign structure on our Facebook ad account. Now, my favorite approach to this is creating 3 separate campaigns. 1 is our creative testing, 2 is our audience testing, and 3 is our scaling. Now, all new ads go into our creative testing campaign with the exact same audience. And when we find our winners, we then push them up into our scaling campaign. And this is done using our CBO ad optimization. Another thing we can also do is when we find a winning creative, we can push that into an audience testing. And here we can test things like lookalike audiences, broad targeting, different interest stacks, so on and so forth. Now, once we have that done properly, the next thing we're going to want to do is test around 5 ads a week. And it's important to note that each ad is going to have around 3 to 5 different variations, giving us a total output of about 15 to 25 unique ads. And the concept here is fairly simple. Each ad is going to have its own body. So let's say this is running a video ad. We're going to call this 1001. And then we're going to specifically record different hooks like A, B, C, D, and E. And then we take each hook and we put it onto the body, effectively giving us 5 total ad creatives. It's important to note that 1001 will have its own ad set. We like to call it 1001, and then we'll do the targeting. And then at the ad level, we will put all 5 of these creative variations into the ad level, where we would do, for example, 1001A, another ad would be 1001B, another ad would be 1001C, and so on and so forth. Now, the reason we want to do this is we want to test each hook against itself. And if you review your own data, you'll honestly see that most people on average don't watch past 3, 4, 5 seconds of your video ad. So someone who maybe saw 3 to 4 seconds of this one ended up watching 30 seconds of this one. And to that person, it would feel like 2 separate ads completely. This also gives us the ability to test hook A versus hook B versus hook C. And when we compare them side by side, we're going to be able to check things like hook rate, hold rate, and unique CTR, as well as things like cost per lead, cost per booked call. And really that's it in terms of the early indicating metrics. Then step 3, we're going to push the winners to the scaling campaign and then obviously turn off the losers. Then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do this entire process again next week. We're going to create new ads, but this time we're going to look at the data and let the data tell us what type of messaging is the most impactful. And then we're going to try to do that exact same thing. And we're going to try to push that messaging specifically. Now, a bonus tip here is you can train AI on what hooks perform the best, meaning once you have all the data on your hooks, you can take that, feed it into a chat GPT, where you can then ask it, hey, make me more of these winning hooks. Now, I know I threw a lot out in this training specifically, so if you guys would like a copy of this creative testing process in a PDF format, comment the word creative down below.